Welcome to Chats by Christ. I'm Charlie.
I'm Sean.
Happy Easter Dash. Christ
Happy Easter,
is
dude.
risen.
Indeed. How was your Easter? Hello?
Yep. I just turned my camera on because remember doing that for interruptions. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, cool. Give me a
If I drop out, let me know. But
yeah, no worries.
yep. What was the question? Oh,
Yeah,
how
my
was
Easter
Easter?
was good. Spent a lot of time at church. Surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But despite that, I think it was probably probably in spite of that, I should say, it was probably one of the more fruitful Lents I've actually had, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, fruitful in
Fruitful is in
spiritually.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I found myself making a lot of time for like prayer, especially towards like Holy Week. Just good.
Yeah. I really loaded up on the Hallow stuff during Lent, so that was good.
Oh yeah. The Hello stuff is loaded.
Yeah, I'm glad that they kept it. They actually left all the sessions and made them permanent.
Actually need to go finish the last two or three. I think I haven't had a chance yet because the Holy Saturday one is probably a little bit melancholic to say the least. So didn't
Holy
really
Saturday.
feel fitting to listen to it during work.
Ah, yeah. I saw. What did I end up doing? I think I listened to the Sunday stuff on Monday.
Oh yeah.
And I think I had time on Saturday to listen to Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Easter. Yeah, Easter was good. And also, are we allowed to talk about our friend and her big announcement?
Probably not yet.
Probably not yet. Okay. Well, a friend of ours has had some very good news, and we're both very happy and excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Although happy it's good news, and I am happy on a surface level.
Mm-hmm.
But today's episode is a bit of a free-former because of reasons for both of us. But with Easter and with my friend's good news going on, it's good stuff is happening, but I don't feel happy on the inside, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It might just be depression, but I don't know, that might be something worth exploring. I should be happy feeling.
I see.
Oof. But yeah, like that. Without a plan, it's a bit of a hefty boy. So
First of all, I hope you're okay.
I'll be all right. Honestly, I think it's. I'm sure a big part of it is the weather. Honestly, yesterday was awful.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yesterday was so gloomy. Heck, this morning I was straight up feeling awful, and then near the end of my commute, I actually got the sun, and I immediately felt better. So I'm not looking forward to winter.
I can sort of relate, even though I work from home. It's the weather still impacts you, you know. I gotta open the window at some point in the day.
Yeah, you need your sun.
But yeah, the weather definitely does. I sort of did this start even after Holy Week? Sort of, you're not as happy as you think you should be,
especially after Holy Week. Lent was actually a bit of a struggle for me. I doesn't how can I explain? It feels like I've been consistently grinded down all Lent, and it feels like it's still going on. So I'm in just a dour mood and awfully self-critical. So I'm in an odd place, and it feels like I'm constantly making mistakes at least once a week. One major mistake for me to chew on. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I think, but would I say I'm happy? No, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
And I know you would. This is not to air out your dirty laundry, but you were telling me you weren't feeling too great before we started recording. So not that I want to talk about like my problems and I'm sad, but more just in general, like I'm sure every one of our listeners can relate to like this idea that sometimes, like we're meant to be happy, or yeah, like that feeling that like, things are good and you should be happy, but for whatever reason you're not. And maybe it's a valid reason and maybe it's not. Either way, you're not feeling great in a happy you're not feeling all that great in a happy time. I think we touched on it in Christmas time, actually. I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah, one of our Christmas episodes was sort of on this topic as well. Maybe I'm just a sad boy. I don't know.
I think life tends to have a habit of throwing a lot of things at you at once. Like then sometimes you'll just be like light and breezy, and then all of a sudden you just have avalanche.
Yeah, feasts and famines. Yeah, like it's never a consistent sort of constancy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not the right. It's not the right way to describe it. Like, yeah, the way you were saying, like everything comes at once. Like you get a period of good, and then you get a period of bad. Well, I guess the question is like, what? Like, first question is like, can you break out of the bad periods, or should you even bother? I was gonna ask how, but like,
it really depends on what the bad things are.
Well, oh yeah, so like, well, I mean, yeah. Well, it's not really anything for me because I've just got this vague awareness.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like, it's like, yeah, the weather sucks and it's cold and probably not sleeping enough, and well, that's something I can do. Not tonight because podcast always pushes me out a bit late. Hopefully tomorrow I can get some sleep.
Need.
So okay, so we can't like get out, which means we have to stick around, and that means we have to endure or like persevere.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I mean, how do you do that?
Just gotta keep on hustling.
Right. Throw yourself into your work. Got it. I will.
I mean.
You don't want to use your work as an escape, though, do you?
No, definitely not. But I think I wouldn't say distractions, but like keeping yourself busy is definitely one way of working through it.
Yeah. You don't want to. I'm reminding myself that like getting lost in my own head at this sort of time isn't the best idea. So yeah, like it's not about escape so much as it is about keeping busy. Yeah, but even then, like,
I guess easier said than done. That another option is to face whatever's making you unhappy head on. Like I said, easier said than done.
Yeah, and again, that depends on the thing in question.
Yeah.
So if you're like, you've got some like big earth-shattering thing that is the source of your upset, you probably can't face it all on all at once, can you?
Probably not.
And then on my end, it's like, oh, I've got this vague, formless feeling. It's like there's nothing to face. So, you're supposed to turn to God, but what does that mean? Like, what is it? What do you do? Do you just
sometimes that's easier said than done. Well, when you say, what does that mean? Well, I guess we have a few different avenues of doing that. Obviously, the sacraments are the main way of going to God.
Yeah.
The Eucharist, confession. Like if it's something, if the thing that's upsetting you is something that's actively causing you to sin, you've got confession, reconciliation. Um, Even if it's not something that's causing you to sin, just going to mass, spending time in adoration, the Eucharist, those are things that you can do to get yourself closer to God. Even if it's not easy to get yourself to do those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Pushes through
Suppose,
that.
I guess my only question with a lot of that is maybe this is a me problem, right? But like take the Eucharist for example, right? The Eucharist is great, love the Eucharist, but especially in times like this, it's hard to feel any like benefit. That's yeah, like it's hard to feel any benefit when you receive the Eucharist. You know, yeah. And I'm sure someone will say like there's some problem with my preparation or my disposition or whether I was grateful enough with my prayers afterwards or whatever. But more often than not, like the accident is still like like it's still like the wafer, right? It's our Lord in His fullness in His body, blood, soul, and divinity. But He's still like veiled, very what's the word? I don't know what the adjective is, but he's still veiled, right? Like
Yeah, like
it still tastes
we
like a cracker. It goes down like the cracker. You know, it's no like.
do be making us feel like Thomas.
Oh, sorry, but it's like
No,
like yeah, like
I'm joking.
in the bad times, it's like yeah, it's just I eat the cracker and
No,
then I
like
keep going
I,
anyway.
I didn't even mean that as a joke. Like sometimes it do be feeling that way.
Hmm. Like happy are those who don't see but believe, but like that's not easy.
Yeah.
Um. So not to discount what you're saying, right? Because all of that is good and all of that's important, and like do that. Um, but even that has like that element of it's certainly not like the magic pill, and it's certainly not like the best way I can describe it is to draw from scripture a bit. There's a bit in the like the book of Elijah where Elijah is in the desert alone and he's running away from Jerusalem because everyone is has turned to a false god and they're going to kill him. And so he's walking away and he flops down and he's like, "I'm tired. Just kill me now, God. That nothing's good no more." And then an angel shows up and gives him food and he's like, "Eat the food, otherwise you won't have the strength to go on." And so Elijah eats the food and then goes back to bed. Like he just goes back to sleep. And he's like, "Okay, cool. Like let me die." And the angel wakes him up again and he's like, "No, eat and like keep moving." And so he eats and keeps moving. And it's very like it's not like a happy scene, he just eats the scones and then he gets up and keeps going.
Yeah.
Um that's always the vibe I get. And like that's always what I end up meditating on when the Eucharist feels like that is that idea that if nothing else, like it is food for the journey and like it's not going to solve all the problems, but
Yeah.
it'll let me take the next steps in
Yeah.
the desert, which is still the desert. Um, but like, I don't know, to stick with that image of the desert, like it's tough because it feels aimless a lot of the time. Um, but I guess to pivot a little bit, because like, okay, yeah, everything sucks, and like, you can't make the bad thing, you can't make the desert look pretty, right?
Sure.
But I guess the thing that I'm like really grappling with isn't so much that like I'm in the desert, is that I'm in the desert when I'm supposed to not be. No, like it's Easter and my friend has had some amazing news and like everything outside of myself is good, if that makes sense. And so it's like, how can I like come out of myself to be in the moment, in the good times that are out here? What's the strat? What's the play?
this camera thing's interesting because now I can like actively see your face waiting for a response from me.
Yeah, I was just like, man,
uh,
not having a script is hard.
yeah, yeah. Look, I don't have the right answer.
Dang it, Dash, that's your one job. You're the smart one.
That's not true. That's not true. Yeah. What do I do in those scenarios? Honestly, I think you just gotta let whatever's upsetting you pass.
But how?
You
But
literally
how?
just gotta like. You,
Ah!
the thing is, there's no one way to resolve being unhappy. To put it bluntly, like there's
Oh,
no one way. There's multiple ways you can try and mitigate it or get around it.
mm.
And I think the best thing you can do is just sort of actively combine a lot of those ways, and then the rest is really just time.
Yeah, right.
So I think we've talked. Maybe we can talk about I think we've talked like sort of spiritually about how you can try and combat that unhappiness, but uh, how can we do that sort of in a bit more of a practical sense, I guess, like in our day to day. Friends is always having a friend to rant to. Um, yeah, not even just rant to, just talk to, like send memes, like
Memes.
just
Lent is
memes.
over. I can engage in memes. It's great.
Exactly, memes spark joy. Remember.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, just
Oh.
friendship, of course.
Mm.
Another way to stop being unhappy. Just
Yeah.
have friends, bro.
Just get friend. I mean, yeah, venting and stuff is good. But
To a limit.
yeah, I was gonna say like you don't want to just complain
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
As in, yeah, exactly.
um, I can't remember what it was he said earlier, but like there's something I've been hearing a bit lately, which is like this idea that happiness is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not something that happens to us. Like, oh, I'm unhappy,
Mm-hmm.
but like you can choose like your emotions. You have some like level of like you can't control your emotions, but you can choose how to respond to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so like happiness is something that you can pursue. Like it's not something you wait for. It's not something you demand happen to you. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, and like earlier today, I listened to a podcast about being a victim versus being an owner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was more specifically tailored to recovery from pornography because that was the podcast, porn free radio. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like that idea of taking ownership
Mm-hmm.
for your life and like how you react to it,
Mm-hmm.
and like not even like reacting. Like he talked a lot about like not reacting to like how do I paraphrase it? Because like he talks about not reacting to the bad things that happen to you, right? So like if something bad happens to you, you don't like immediately lose your peace and
Yeah.
spiral.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm sort of like going on a weird tangent with all this, but like there are certain actions you can do that like definitely like foster unhappiness. I reckon.
For sure.
Um, I'm sure one of them is like the old meme of like listening to sad songs.
Mm.
Like it might be helpful to a point, but then it just like actively makes you feel sad and you stay sad. Um, and I think like that's sort of what I'm trying to like question or like poke at with this talk is like
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
no, Dash Lent is over. We can listen to our own music now.
Thank goodness for that.
Uh,
Mhm.
speaking of, I've been getting back. I've been getting into of King and Country past couple
Yeah,
days.
same. Yeah, they will be.
Yeah, they good. They
Mm.
good. Shout out for King and Country. Good band. Good music.
I think their favorite song, my favorite song of theirs so far is I don't remember them off by heart, but I still pull it up.
Mm.
But a true fan.
Dude, I mean, look, I only started listening 2 days ago, so you're doing better than me.
It's not even on my Spotify homepage.
Or you don't have a playlist, of course you don't.
Oh yeah,
Just
that's
can't keep
true.
track of it
Mine
all.
is just my Spotify. Yeah, it's just garbage. It's just hot garbage.
Just make a playlist. It's not that hard.
But what do I put in the playlist, man?
I mean, don't even make a playlist. Just use the like songs function.
I do now. I've been using that.
Like, like my playlist is basically the like songs function with another name.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's very true.
For con-
I've been using the like song function lately.
yeah, so for context, my playlist is like 1,000 plus songs, or about 108 hours of music total. So it's not really a playlist anymore. It's, I don't know what you call it.
Chaos
Yes.
is what we resorted calling it.
Yep. It's a thing, all right.
The most played song is ironically the song that I like the most. Would you believe it?
No, never would have guessed.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I normally repeat songs that I hate with a passion, so I can like really like, "Grrr," you know.
Am I the only one that like when I find a song that I really like, I just repeat it over and over until I get sick of it?
Nah, I do that too.
Good to know. I was gonna say that might be a side effect of me not having a playlist, which it probably is.
Might be, but like even me, like even within my playlist, I tend to repeat,
Yeah,
a few songs that I really like at the current moment,
yeah,
which tends to be newer stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, like how to be happy. That's the real thrust of this episode. If it isn't already obvious, we're taking a break from the commandments because it's life again. So yeah, like how do we actively choose happiness? That's the question. What are we, like 20 minutes in? Yeah, let's go.
Well, one way is for your mind to be healthy and optimal. You need to do that to your body as well. You need to take care of your body. So exercise is a good way
Protein.
of doing that.
Protein.
Charlie, I've been telling you for so long. You don't even need protein, to be honest. Like protein would help you, but like I don't know what you need. You need
Bye.
a doctor.
I don't want to go to the doctor. You know how much of a pain it is to go to the doctor?
It's such a pain to go to the doctor.
I have to take a day off work. And that's a pain.
To go to the doctor?
You know how long the waiting times are at the doctor? You
No,
book your
because I never
appointment
go
for
to the
9.
doctor.
You book an appointment for 9 o'clock. You stump up at 8:45, and you get into the appointment at 10:30. It's so bad.
If I have something wrong with me, I just wait it out.
I've been same. Unless I absolutely need to go to the doctor, I don't want to go to the doctor.
It's so bad.
It's just too much hassle.
Yeah, that's for me now.
But
I've been to the doctor like once in the last 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
I probably need fiber, not gonna lie. Without going too much TMI, like I probably do need to get on the Metamucil.
Sure.
I don't know. Fiber's a weird one. If you take too much at once, it does more damage. You gotta like slowly bring it in, I think.
I feel like shakes would really do you good in that scenario. You get some protein, you get some like oats or like whatever, you mix it all together.
Yeah.
Milk.
Yeah, I just gotta like assemble the shake. Yeah. It's not so bad.
Yeah. Like I reckon, yeah, it'll do you good. I have a NutriBullet that really helped me get into shakes.
True. We do have a NutriBullet at home. I should be able to requisition it.
There you go. They're pretty goated. Like you put it in,
Now
like
what?
they can, if it's powerful enough, you can use like crush ice with it. It's good.
Me. I don't know if I want ice in this weather.
Fair enough.
Can't have warm shakes though.
Yeah, not really. But I guess like if using milk, I normally use milk in my shakes.
Mm.
I hear some people use water, but I could never get around that.
I mean, milk would be tastier,
Mm.
and I mean probably more nutrients and calcium and
Mm.
fat and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll look into it, and by look into it, I mean I'll think about it and then forget and then not do it. You know me.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, same as the last couple of months. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Appreciate the recommendation. I'll definitely
good,
not
man.
do
All good.
it.
No, but
um.
back to topic. Exercise is always
Yeah.
just going for a walk can do wonders for you. Like
Yes.
especially if you're sitting at your desk at work or in your bedroom all day.
Yep. I am legitimately dependent on my lunchtime walks, and now the weather's turning bad and rainy. And it's
Yeah,
not, like yesterday I was miserable. I couldn't go for my walk, and I was so sad.
yeah,
I'm not. I don't. I hate the winter. Go away. Maybe I
yeah.
should move to Cancun or somewhere sunny.
Queensland, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but floods though.
Mm.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, somewhere
Darwin.
that's like nice and tropical that doesn't have natural disasters. That'd be great.
I don't think that kind of place exists.
Dang it!
I think anywhere tropical has like hurricanes in
No,
the way.
you can't
Like
win.
like I know Queensland has had like a lot of like flooding and hurricanes and that sort of thing.
Yep,
Darwin, same thing.
yep.
Even like intercontinental, like Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah, Hawaii's also got volcanoes. So that's double whammy.
Yeah, man.
You can't win. But yeah,
You're
on the
just
bright side, I
doomed to be cold.
what's that?
You're just doomed to be cold forever. Or
I
at least
mean,
for 50% of the year.
this is Melbourne, so it's more like 75.
True. Anyway, you were saying?
I was gonna say like I definitely can't do like Antarctica research because
Mm.
6 months of the year is just like it's always cold, and then 6 months of the year is complete
In
darkness.
Antarctica, really?
Yeah, yeah, no, apparently, allegedly, yeah.
Um,
So I've heard. Rumor
mm,
has it,
mm,
Yeah. Anyway, topic. Um, how to be happy. Exercise is good. Eating
mm,
healthy is good.
mm.
Um, what else? Like, surely it can't just be
Um,
like get shredded. Not that that's bad.
this like going back to what we were doing before music, like the things like eating healthy is good, but there are other
Mm.
ways of putting like things into you, like the things you consume, and like
Mm.
media is one of them. So like
Yep.
controlling what you listen to, what you watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can always again have an impact on your mood and yeah, your psyche, I guess.
Yep. Yep. Especially now that you and I have got memes back, we got to be careful with reels and that sort of thing,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
like the doom scroll,
Mhm. Oh, the
because
news stuff, yeah.
yeah, it's
Best
not.
thing
It's
I
not
did for
even.
myself in the last like 2 or 3 years was delete TikTok. It's terrible.
Oh, Chad moves.
Like
Respect.
TikTok was like hot garbage. Like there's no other way to put it. Like it was not like at least with reels, like I tend to like get like Catholic reels and like I get like good stuff out of it sometimes.
Mm.
But like yeah, TikTok is just hot garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this like people doing I'm for those of you that can't see my
I
camera,
was
I'm
gonna
trying to
say like,
like
how
dances.
do I like commentate this? He's flailing his arms around like I don't even know. He's trying to dance and he's almost worse than me, but not quite. He's still better.
Indeed, indeed.
Um, that's a whole other thing actually. The thing happening next week. Speaking of dancing, that's another off camera discussion. I think.
Is it next week?
Is it 14th? Isn't it?
Is it?
He's your brother.
I think we can talk about that in the podcast. It's
Well,
fine.
okay, yeah. So, yeah. So your younger brother is debuting, is what they call it, right?
He's debuting. They're releasing him to the world.
Yeah. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Desh's younger brother is what's it called? Debutante. The
Debutante ball.
the
That's
technical
it.
term. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna dance with the girl. It's gross. He's gonna get cooties.
Suck it.
Yeah, and we got to go watch him and eat food.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Good night. But yeah, that's next Saturday, 13th. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'll just rock up.
I mean, it's pinged in my calendar as 13th, so I don't know.
I don't use a calendar. Maybe this is my problem. My calendar's up here.
Is it good? Does it work? My one doesn't work. That's
I
why I
haven't
use my
missed
phone.
anything. I haven't missed anything so far. So
Well, yeah, that's fair.
yeah, no, I don't think
think
I've missed anything.
Yeah, I think I did miss something, and that's why I started using the phone calendar. Yeah, I hate to see it. I'm already getting old.
We're
I'm only
too young to
25.
be forgetting things.
I know, I'm too young to be old.
I the other day when they told you to start taking daily vitamins, I'm too young to be
I'm
taking
too
daily
young for
medication.
daily pills, man.
You need a pill caddy, man. It's the only way.
I want
It's
a
the only
pill
way.
caddy. No, I don't want to set a daily ping on my phone telling me to take my cholesterol tablets. I'm not that old. Hey. So yeah, manage your consumption. That's a good way to be happy. Consume good things. It's weird though. Like all this stuff takes effort.
Yeah.
And when you feel sad, you don't want to do things that take effort.
True.
So it's a bit of a funny paradox there. Like, how do you get the effort to put the effort in? That energy. Yeah, how do you get the energy to put the effort in to get the energy to put the effort in? If you know what I'm saying.
Red Bull.
Hmm?
Red Bull. V. Monster.
I mean, I don't know,
Rockstar.
man. Last time I had an excess of caffeine, all it really did was make me twitch. Didn't
Yeah,
make me like. that was
that
an interesting night at the arcade. I'm like, oh, I'm having a great time. Why is my thigh twitching? All it was like a short black from the cafe.
One short black.
It was one short black at like what 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Whenever that night, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know. Must have been a real potent.
Okay.
I don't know what the coffee's called. You need a Red Bull. Sleepy boy.
In terms of getting the energy, I don't know. It's a question I'm trying to answer myself. I'm always tired.
Like I'm supposed to sleep. Like sleep is good.
I'd say you're better than most people. You're pretty good with your sleep.
I tend to get around 7 on average. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
like
I thought you like managed to make sure you get a solid 8.
I used to. I've been sloppy lately. Like my routine, like my bedtime routine properly ends at I don't know, like 10:30, and then I'm up at 6. So yeah, it's about like so technically it's around 8 to like 7.5, but then like it takes a while to fall asleep, so I'd just say 7.5, roughly, which is okay. 8 is better. You don't need to go more than 8. If you're going more than 8, then there might be a problem. I think. I'm not a doctor. But I mean, yeah, like if you're like cutting sleep, like if you're consistently not getting enough sleep, like definitely get some sleep. I don't know how like our friends consistently don't sleep and do everything they do and have the energy to exist.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad with my sleep as well.
Mm.
Like on average, I probably go to bed after 12. But like I also wake up pretty late.
You probably get up at like what 7?
8.
Do you start? When do you start?
9.
Okay, right, yeah, okay.
Well, 8:30. Normally 8:30. I'm on fine. Work for that.
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah. So I'm normally in the office at around 8:30, and then yeah, work the full day, come home. I have a question. I can't like get the words. Hang on. like these all seem pretty simple, right? Like eat right, sleep right, get some exercise.
Yeah.
Don't read the news. The news is always depressing.
Yeah.
But like, why don't I do these things if they're so simple? Like I'll start with sleep. Like, why don't we get enough sleep? And by we, I mean like you.
I think it's procrastination.
Yeah, can relate.
I procrastinate going to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten past couple of days now that I've gotten YouTube back. I've been pretty bad about that actually. Feel like, oh no, just 10 minute video. I can fit in.
Another bad thing that I've done after Lent is leaving my prayers until like right before bed.
Yes, I've done it again. I need to read my consecration reading again right before bed. And like it doesn't sink in.
Got to 12:15. I'm just like, yeah. And it was long as well yesterday.
Yeah, no. After day 3, I think they're like properly long readings, and I think they get longer. Yeah, I gotta be better about that.
Did yesterday's actually now that I think about it? Or even
Wait, you didn't do yesterday's?
I think I did.
For context, we're doing the consecration of Saint Joseph,
Mm.
because Saint Joseph is patron saint of Chad's. I hope I'm on track. I'm up to day 6. Like today's day 6 for me. Yeah, today's day 6. What are you up to?
My bookmark's at 4.
Oh no!
Oh, say I missed yesterday.
Yeah.
That still doesn't make sense.
Well,
I didn't
hang
miss
on.
2 days.
Hang on. So we started
on the 30th.
Yeah, so it's 30th, 31st, 2 days. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So on the 3rd of April, you should have finished day 5.
Bruh. So no.
I
did 3.
Wait, so you haven't done day 4, so you gotta do 4, 5, and 6 today.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No sleep for the weary.
Oofed.
That's alright. Today is gonna be day 4. It's not too bad.
5, and 6 are kind of long, but
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not the
I don't know how I look fresh. Yeah, it's not the day reading. It's the
reading at the end. Yeah. And yeah, the litany's not too bad, but it's that second reading.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how I lost today.
I mean, I don't know. You must have just missed a day and then just forgot.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. If you're doing a big novena, like missing a day sucks, and it's not because it's not gonna work. It's just incredibly inconvenient because you got to do it twice or 3 times if you're unlucky, like a certain someone. Better check in with Joel too, just to make sure he's on track. He probably will be. He's Joel.
Joel. Maybe I need a calendar for this kind of stuff.
What is that?
Maybe I need a calendar for this kind of stuff.
Yeah. At least just like a daily ping, like a daily reminder ping. Like I've got that going for the Guadalupe, the Cardinal Burke's Our Lady of Guadalupe novena. Because that's every single day for 9 months. That's pretty important not to forget. But yeah, we still haven't really answered the question of getting the motivation and like it really is that initial push, right? Like even just like now, like I started the episode feeling kind of down and now I'm feeling a lot better. But it's that initial push and that initial momentum of like actively choosing happiness and like getting out of your own head that like is hard to do consistently, for me at least. So yeah, I just want to explore that maybe, like do you have any practical tips? I don't.
Motivation. It's really hard to just not repeat yourself because I really want to say like the stuff I've already said, but then it's like,
Yeah, you gotta like do the exercise to do more exercise. Yeah, no, I get you. Like I think part of the struggle for me with exercise is like I was sick on Monday, and so I like had to cut back, and then it's like, you know, once you
I
lose
think
that
the key
momentum, it's
is
hard to get it back.
consistency. Like as an
Yeah.
example, take me in the day consecration. Apparently, like I missed the day, and then it just snowballs. Apparently, like I did day 3 yesterday. I thought, how did I? Now that I think about it, how did I think day 3 was okay? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this happened. Anyway,
Same.
but yeah, effectively, if you miss one day, it can snowball. So the trick is to do a bit of it, and you can pretty much apply that to anything.
Mm.
You can apply that to exercise. You can apply that to your spiritual life.
Yep.
You can apply that. I don't know, to like to if you're a student, you can apply that to study.
Mm. Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people are on uni and school holidays right now.
Yep.
And like the grind to get back into it after those 2 weeks, if you don't do anything those 2 weeks, it's just like,
Yeah. If you've got holiday homework, you really are better off doing a little bit each day.
yeah, exactly.
Um.
Yeah.
So I guess to apply it to like mood, I guess
Mm-hmm.
what you're sort of getting at is like you want to build up habits that foster happiness just as a baseline, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that's your exercise, your good music, your good content, your eating right. Like if you're doing well, like don't slack on those
Mm-hmm.
because it's the slacking that'll kill your momentum and then make it even easier to fall back into the sad place, the sad times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, having that discipline and having that habit will make it easier to get out of the rut. But it still doesn't really answer the question of getting out of the rut, right? Like you got to do that initial push into something with like
Yeah.
renewed intensity, you know?
Yeah.
Because like even if you have the habit of your exercise routine, like it becomes a routine and it becomes difficult
Mm-hmm.
to stick to, right? Like I'm struggling with Duolingo at the moment because one lesson a day is surprisingly difficult when I'm always busy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so like where like to like really like recommit to any of these habits with the intensity you need to get momentum to pull out of the rut,
Mm-hmm.
you sort of need to do some like it that takes like a lot of effort, right? Like
Yeah.
if it's a time problem, like you have to carve out the time.
Yeah.
If it's I mean, I don't really know what else you'd do for like other types of like if it's a energy level problem, like you sort of just have to like push yourself past your limits, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so like yeah, like my question is like you're in a state where you don't feel like you have it in you to do that. That's
Mm-hmm.
not true necessarily. Like I think it is possible when you're feeling down to like make that push.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do make the push, like you do it and it works and you're fine.
Yeah.
Um, so like how like is there like a little trick or like a little tip or like some life hack? There might not be, but like
Mm.
can we think of a way to like light that fire under ourselves on command, so to speak, so we can make that push a bit more uh like it's easier and it's more like I don't have to spend so long in the rut before I can finally like push myself out of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do is get some fire starters, from like 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
Get
yep.
get some kindling.
Yep.
Um, and then get some firewood. Make yourself a nice little nest.
Mm.
And then you really just gotta like, yeah.
Oh, it is peak fire pit weather. Now that you mention it, maybe not. Maybe
I
not
was
on a
gonna say,
rainy day, but
sit in the fire pit until you sort of get the motivation to get up and moving.
I mean that
Because
also works.
it'll happen.
That also works. But now I actually just want to make a fire pit. Boys' night with the fire pit.
Oh.
Oh, oh, oh. But like, I don't actually have a fire pit in my place. Do you have a fire pit?
No.
Uh,
Also, our places are too light polluted to actually enjoy like the sky.
so
Like
what? So what you're
peak
saying is,
would be buy a fire pit, put it into your car, drive out to a random field.
oh, I'm sure. Surely there are Airbnbs with fire pits, like out in
Oh yeah,
Ballarat or
yeah.
something.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Or road trip
Yeah,
King's birthday.
I actually
Or
I actually went to one. Yeah, like last year, I think. It was in like the middle of nowhere, and they had a free Phrygian telescope. A Phrygian telescope.
it's like a fridge in a telescope.
No, a Phrygian telescope.
Right.
Yeah, you
Yes.
hear me
Okay.
right?
Yes. Um. Yeah.
They
No.
had like a full-on telescope. It was crazy, and like if you look up, you can see like everything. Like there was so
Yeah.
many stars up there. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I went out to like Snake Valley with my older brother a couple of years back
Right.
because they have like
That's fun.
Snake Valley's like a bit out beyond Ballarat. It's
Okay.
like proper boonies.
Oh yeah.
And they have like this astro photography camp.
Well,
So it's like a
that's cool.
campground, and like you book in
Yeah,
and you stump up and like you set up your telescopes or your cameras or whatever in the day,
that's cool.
and then the night rolls around and there's no external lights, so
That's
you
cool.
just see so many stars, so many shooting stars. And you just like you can just sit there and like have a soft drink or a bevy if you're old enough, bit of booze, chilling under the stars. No fire pit though, because again you don't want to pollute everyone
Yeah.
else's photos.
Yeah. That's
But
cool.
yeah, that was really cool. Um, yeah, I'm excited now. I want to do something.
Mm.
I don't know what to do. Well, yeah, tomorrow I can't really do much. I gotta visit my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like point. Jokes
Um,
aside, fire pits aside, astrophotography aside,
I
is
think
there an actual tip for that
bit by bit,
motivation?
like you got to start off small and work your way up. And it sounds very cliche, but it's proven to work
Hmm.
with pretty much anything.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Yep.
It's always baby steps. I want to take big steps though. I want to be an adult.
You got to learn to walk before you can run.
I
Unless you're Forrest Gump, I think he learned to run before he can walk, right?
don't. I don't know. I haven't actually properly seen Forrest Gump. Surprise,
Didn't he have
surprise.
the
Like there was a bit where he runs, but I don't know if he like ran before he walked as a baby. I thought he was just on the spectrum or something.
like he had like a walker thing. Like that was like a big scene in like the movie. Like I'm actually watching it right now.
Wait, you're watching
There's
the
like
scene?
yes. Oh no, so his legs are like he's got I don't quite like he's got like metal frames around his leg, and then at one point he's being chased by bullies, and like his legs just get strong enough that they just break away, and he's able to just run.
Ah,
So I guess in a way he did learn to run before he could walk.
well, there you go. You just gotta get metal braces on your legs, and then you can sprint.
But there you go. There's your practical tip for the day.
There you go. Set yourself on fire and weld metal to your bones. There you go.
Don't tell me you don't learn practical things from this podcast.
And I hope you learn practical things from this podcast. It's the whole point. Real time learning experience.
Should put that in the logo. A real-time learning experience.
It's in the description, I think. like in the
True.
podcast, like
Good
as a
enough.
whole podcast description. Yeah,
True.
I don't reference it enough. Speaking of things we don't do enough, calls to action. We haven't been telling our one listener to like and follow and comment, give us feedback. Please give us feedback.
Legit. Like, tell us what you like. Vibing with the content. Tell us what you guys want to hear.
Yeah, because it's been like I know Lent is like really hamstrung listenership because everyone gives up content, which includes us, and so it's been a couple of weeks, and our most recent episode has had one listen after like 2 weeks, which ooh,
The thing is that could have been one of us like clicking on it by accident as well.
honestly, I got it. Let me check the date. Let me actually check the date now because I can do that. Let's see, released March 24. Let me see.
And the listen was on
The
March
listen was
24th.
no. The listen was April 3rd, I think.
Okay. For the latest episode, 10C6A?
Yeah.
No, I'm seeing March the 24th on my screen. I'm on the web browser.
Okay, so on the phone, there's someone listened to an episode April 3rd. Who?
One episode, yeah, but like the most latest one, I think was like someone listened to it
On
March.
release.
Yeah,
On release day. Wait, but then what's the
and
episode?
it was only for
If you
20
can.
seconds. I suspect it was what I suspect
Okay,
it
it
was.
would have been one of us then. Wait, so then what was the episode someone listened to yesterday?
I don't know.
Alright, I'll check on my computer later. We still have one listener! Yay!
Yay!
Our podcast is dying. I'd like to at
Maybe
least
it's
finish the
fire.
commandments before it
Oh, it's
dies.
episode 2. Someone listened to episode 2.
Episode 2?
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, fair.
I really seem to like the Harry Potter one.
They really do like the Harry Potter ones, yeah. I think because Harry Potter is a popular subject matter, more popular than Catholicism. I guess nobody likes Catholicism.
We like Catholicism.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, like Harry Potter's, easily recognizable, big buzzy thing. So gets a lot of clout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What's a ham-fisted pop culture reference we can chuck in to like end the episode because we are out of time, and I'll put in the title and be like, we talk about Iron Man.
Yeah, I'm really bad with pop culture.
Well,
Lord of the Rings. Even that's not popular enough. I mean, it is, but like
it is, but it's not like current. What are all the kids into these days? Dune Part 2?
Oh, Dune Part 2. I need to watch Dune Part 1, actually. That is not Lent. I can watch it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting until Lent was over. And I need to go watch it in the movies.
Yeah. Me too. I want to read Dune.
I have the book. It's on my table.
Read it. I mean, that's a big. I know it's a big ask. Dune's a big book, but also read it. I gotta read it.
So many other books. I still haven't finished Confessions.
Yeah. I'd add it to my book list as well. Where is it? Here it is.
I really want to finish Confessions before I start another book.
Yeah. I need another phone book. Yeah, Confessions is heavy. Cardinal Pell's Diary. I'm still just chipping away at one day at a time. It's
I need to get a copy of I really like the one that we got you for your birthday, 7 Last Words of Christ. I think I'm going to get a copy of that.
That was good, yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. Good for Lent, good for it's good for the watch as well on Holy Thursday.
Yeah, I saw you reading it. I was stalking you.
Yes. You weren't behind me, watching me or anything, no. You're in the bushes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wasn't in the chapel. I was in the window next to you outside the chapel. I was doing my watch out there.
Yeah. Getting the real garden of Gethsemane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Out in the cold in the garden, exactly. Yeah.
Rico the cat came and gave me comfort. The parish cat.
Yes. I don't see Chica, the other one.
No one sees Chica.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, there's 2 parish cats allegedly, but only one really makes an appearance.
Probably less so now that there's occasionally a dog running around the parish.
Yeah, true. There's a dog too.
I wonder how that works.
I don't know. They figure it out somehow. I don't know.
True.
But yeah, speaking of parishes and speaking of prayers, we are running on time. Yeah, so prayer intentions.
I think that we are able to keep up the discipline and the good habits that we built up over Lent. That we're able to keep those going. That like what we chose is like our penances, were things that we can sort of keep on going, like even out of Lent, because that's like when they really sort of, I guess, help shape us.
Yep.
Look at me being a hypocrite. I haven't done anything like that.
I mean, same. Well,
Yeah.
it's some, but no, same. So yeah, hopefully, like, yeah, you don't have to like keep them going, but like try to not like return to square one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's a better way to phrase it. Don't return to square one.
Yeah. So yeah, my prayer intention again, the old standard. All the conflict in the world, I pray for it to end. And I hope you guys pray with me. And also, yeah, like I also pray that, like Desh was saying, we have that discipline, and also that we can get that like burst of motivation to break out of our ruts when we're feeling down, and to like actively pursue happiness. But yeah, hope this episode wasn't too weird and meandering, but let us know. Give us feedback. Give us feedback. Seriously.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah, because tell us, and then we can actually make the episodes better. Don't just leave, please.
Honestly, just legit, just tell us what you want to hear, and we'll do it. We promise.
We have a list of topics that like we look at and we're like, hey, we'll do this one or this one and this one. Like the commandment series is kind of getting in the way, I'll admit, but tell us what you want us to talk about, and we'll. Like the commandment series was a listener request, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, it's an important thing, so I think it's important we see it through.
Yeah. Like we'll see it through to the end, and then, and look, like we've obviously been splicing other things in between, so yeah, let us know. Talk to us. We want to talk to you. chadsbychrist@gmail.com. chadsbychrist on Insta. Join our Discord. Link is in the description. And yeah, thanks so much for listening, and we hope to catch you in the next one. God bless.
Thanks, guys. God bless. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Still recording.
It doesn't seem to want to stop.
It doesn't want to stop. Craig.